Good morning, class. Everybody go ahead and take your seats. Today we're going to have a lesson over recognizing and being able to label different types of emotions. And I think this is a very important skill to learn for the rest of your life. I think this is something that you're going to do on a daily basis. So first I'd like to start off by asking if you guys would be able to volunteer and share some emotions that you guys feel on a daily basis. Just different emotions from like the time you get up to the time you go to bed. Yeah, Nathan. Happiness. Yeah, happiness is definitely a great emotion to feel on a daily basis. That's great. Wonderful. Anybody else? Michelle? Fear. Yeah. Fear is a very strong emotion, isn't it? Yeah, it's something that we have all felt for sure. Anybody else? Rebecca? Yeah. Anger. Anger is a very strong one, right? Yeah, it's something that we've all felt for sure. All right, thank you guys for sharing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass these worksheets out to you guys. And if you see, there are 3 different columns on there. And there are 3 because there are 1 for each video that we're going to watch. And we're going to go ahead and watch these videos. They're actually activewear commercials. And so they're going to be motivational, it's going to be something like that. It's a very common theme between all of them, but they're all different. And I want you guys, once we're done watching each video, I'll give you time to jot down what you think was being portrayed in the video. What emotions did you guys notice? And why did you notice those? Okay, so which factors influenced those emotions? Was the music upbeat? Was it slow? Was it all over the place? Was it kind of loud? Was it quieter? How did the music specifically influence those emotions? And also the body movements. What did you notice about the actors? How did they move? Did that give you a sense of inspiration? In what way did the body movements also contribute to the overall tone of the commercial? So we're looking at music, body movement, and tone, like the words as well, the words that are being said. What kind of emotions did those convey? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and begin with the first video, and just go ahead and listen. And don't worry about writing anything down just yet. I'll give you time for that at the end. And so yeah, let's go ahead and start.
There are no grand celebrations here. No speeches, no bright lights. But there are great athletes. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is reserved for the chosen few, for the superstars. The truth is, greatness is for all of us. This is not about lowering expectations. It's about raising them for every last one of us. Because greatness is not in one special place. And it is not in one special person. Greatness is wherever somebody is trying to find it.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys, that was pretty inspirational, right? So I'll give you guys some time to write down your thoughts about the emotions that you guys saw there and why you think you saw them, okay? All right, guys. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the next video. And yeah, let's see.
Listen. You're more than your successes. You're more than your failures. You're the work. It's dirty work. It's work purpose. Work that defines you. It's that fire that burns inside you. Be you. It's always been you. You're the work. You want that smoke? Give him that fire.
All right, that was also very inspiring, but different, right, you guys? Like a lot more upbeat, fast paced. Yeah, okay, so I'll give you guys some time to jot down your thoughts on that one as well, okay? All right, so now we'll go ahead and move on to the final video. And okay, all right.
It's not about taking the road less traveled. It's not about impressing you. Persistence. It's not a formula. It's not talent. It's about overcoming your failures. Failure is not an option. It's a requirement. Winning means nothing without it. Push yourself until you fail. You do it again and another time. You overcome it. That voice that tells you to stop gets dimmer, tired, silent. It's at the moment you realize you are doing twice what you thought you could do. We all have a way to get there. But you can't follow. You have to find it.
That was great. Wow, so that one was so powerful. I think that one is probably my favorite, you guys. They're all great. They're all great. So I'll give you some time to jot down your thoughts on that. Oh, guys, one last thing I forgot to mention. So even the titles of these commercials can contribute to how we perceive it, right? So this one, the last one that we just saw, is called Find Your Way, Be More Human, okay? And the second one that we saw was The Only Way is Through. And the first one that we watched is called Find Your Greatness, okay? So again, I'll give you a few minutes to jot down all your thoughts about that last video and wrap everything up. All right, class. So the next thing I have for you is a quote that I've written on the wall, on the board, sorry. And I'm going to read it out to you guys, and I want you to read it as well. So this quote here is a very good quote that I really like, and it goes, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be?" I love that quote. So just by a show of hands, can anybody tell me, what did that quote mean to you guys? Did it mean anything? Can you relate it to the commercials that we watched even? Yeah, Jessica. Yeah, it's very motivating, right? It's empowering. It makes you feel like you can do anything. Good. Anybody else? Ryan? Mm-hmm. Makes you feel special. Yeah, of course. It makes us feel unique. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else? Jordan? Makes you feel good. Yeah, it's like a confidence booster, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, guys, so for the next part of the lesson, I'm going to have you guys form groups of 4, and each group will actually work on creating their own commercial. And as you have seen, a commercial can be really inspiring, really motivating. It can make us feel a lot of things, right? Um, and it can also sell stuff to us, right? Um, but what I want you guys to focus on is you're going to use your worksheets as your guides, and you're going to take the emotions that you yourself have felt watching those commercials and implement them in the commercials that you will be building, that you will be creating with your groups. So they have to include at least 2 emotions, and I want you to use some of the notes that you jotted down about how these commercials differed from each other. You know, they're all very similar, but one used more upbeat music, one used slower music, one used erratic movements, one used more rhythmic movements. Okay, so with your own commercials, if you guys could please create that using percussion. So that could be, you know, stomping, clapping. You can use your own bodies. You can use, you know, the fronts of your thighs. You can use tapping, patting. You can use the instruments that we have over here set aside. Be as creative as you guys want, okay? You guys can use your pencils to drum on your desks. So yeah, use your desks, use the spines of your notebooks. Do whatever you guys think will convey and portray those emotions that you have experienced yourself. Okay, so I'll give you guys plenty of time to make these commercials, and I know you guys will do absolutely great. I'll be here if you guys need help or guidance in any way. All right, so go ahead and form your groups, and yeah, we'll be back in a bit. All right, guys, I think we should wrap it up. Yeah, let's go ahead and return to our individual seats, and we're gonna call each group one at a time up to the front of the class, and we're gonna perform our commercials one group at a time, and then you'll go back and we'll go through everybody, okay? So let's have group 1, now group 2, group 3, group 4, and group 5. Okay, thank you guys. That was excellent. I enjoyed every single one of those commercials. You guys did fabulous. Great job. All right, guys. So the last thing I would love for you guys to do is to write a 1-page reflection paper. All right, so in this paper, I want you guys to just write down everything that you have learned today about emotions, about being able to recognize emotions, how you recognize them, how did they make you feel personally, and then how did your commercials, your peers' commercials, how did you perceive them? What did you like about them? How were you able to recognize different emotions by the different techniques that they used? Okay, so always remember to be respectful of your feedback that you give your peers and the reviews that you give them. You know, we all did our best. We all did great, okay? So yeah, I'll give you some time to get those papers. Once you guys are all done with those papers and the worksheets, go ahead and put all of your work up on my desk, and then you are free to go, okay? So thank you guys.